It's finally time to add more minifigures to my collection of clone troopers from the Bad Batch. I already have a very large amount of figures from this collection, but it's time to add 2 more, being Hauser and Samson from one of the most recent episodes. These guys are members of Rex's Clone Rebellion, and we've seen Hauser before in past seasons of the Bad Batch, but Samson is a whole new character. As much as I like Hauser's old armor, I think I might like this newer version a little bit better, which we'll take a look at in a little bit after we take a look at Samson. So like I said earlier, Samson is a completely new character, and without any spoilers, he doesn't really get any dialogue, but he still looks really cool, and he has his name mentioned. His purple armor reminds me a lot of the 187th Troopers we got from the Republic fighter tank, and while it may not color match perfectly, I think it matches well enough, and it's not like he's meant to be a 187th Trooper anyway. If you notice the helmet looks a little different on this figure, that's because the helmet is decaled on a knockoff helmet. It's just not as matte as the official LEGO figures. It's more shiny because I had to use clear coat to make it stay on. It's definitely a cheaper solution compared to printed helmets, and I think it looks just as good. Also, there was no printed versions I could buy anyway. As long as it matches the UV printed torso, which it does, I'm fine with it. Here's a better look at what I was talking about, how it shines a lot more than, say, the normal LEGO minifigures or the torso to this figure. It's just because of the clear coat I had to put on it, because I didn't want these decals to scratch off after I did them so well. At least well for me. The whole figure has a lot of really cool details that I want to show you guys. First of all, he's got this big ammo pouch on the front of his torso, which I think looks really cool, and Hauser has the same exact thing. Actually, a lot of the Rebel clones had these, so it'd be pretty cool if we could see where they got them, because I think they're awesome. He has 2 more pouches on this arm, which is also really cool, and then he has some more detail on the back of his torso, and then 2 more pouches, and then a knife, which is pretty sick. Give him the scoped version of the DC-15, which we actually saw him use in the episode, which I think it's really cool that they're finally showing things like this in Star Wars Bad Batch. Overall, I'm really happy with how this guy looks in general, and I'm also really happy with how I decaled that helmet. Because let me tell you, it was really difficult to do, that big round piece. On the topic of how difficult helmets were to decal, Hauser's was really easy. It was just the basic helmet design with these 2 stripes on the top, so pretty simple. Only unique thing on him compared to Samson is that he doesn't have any pouches or knives on his shoulders, so really the only difference between these guys is the color scheme. Really like how Hauser looks with the dual pistols that he used in the episode, and this has easily become one of my favorite figures. I definitely like him more than the Hauser that I originally had from season 1. Just like Samson, he uses a knockoff helmet, which you can see there's no LEGO branding in there. I think it looks perfectly fine on the figure. Here's a closer look at all the details on this guy. As you can see, he is a lot like Samson, but I really do like all of the details on this guy, like that little teal line. But everything else is pretty similar, including these straps on the legs. I really think Hauser's new armor design is a massive improvement on the older one. Even though the older one was cool, this one just looks so much more tactical or army-like the clones are. And it does kind of look like a Clone Rebellion would look, which is the idea, so it looks good. I think both of these figures are amazing, and I'd love to get the rest of the clones that JONAKTOYS made from the Clone Rebellion. I was only able to get these 2, I think there was about 3 or 4 more. So hopefully I can get those and take a look at them in another video. So let me know if you'd like to see that. And I should be looking at a really cool clone from JONAKTOYS next week, which is a camo clone trooper. And I'm really excited for him. So I'll see you guys in the next one.